Good morning, guys. God, where have you been? Been in every bar in town. I can't find you. Oh well, enjoy yourself, I guess. Went to Lowe's. Hardy backer board, cement board, 1/4 inch, 3 foot by 5 feet. Okay, isn't that a beauty? Gets you some nice gloves. Hardy gloves. Same place, same store. What do we got in here? What has old Steve-O got in the barn here? Look what I got. This is a cool tool. You remember I told you I made a tool. But I asked the people down there. It was funny. I went in there this morning. It's Monday morning. I go in there early, and you know they always have it was in Lowe's, and they do it at Home Depot too. They have the pep talk. I think it's a combo pep talk ass chewing, what they do. So the leaders there had to be 20 some people there, guys, in a big circle around him. So old Steve-O just walks right up into right on the edge of the crowd, and there was an employee standing next to me leaning on a pallet of tile. So I leaned down on a pallet of tile and I said, "Good morning." He looked at me, "Good morning." And then the leader of the speech there, the speech therapist, yeah, he looks at me, "Hey, good morning." I said, "Well, good morning to you." I said, he said, can we help you? I said, "I am looking for, I don't know if you have it, but I'm looking for a scoring tool so I can score that cement hardy board." "We have that." I said, "You are a good man." So the whole crowd sitting there grinning, looking, you know, and a dude was standing next to me. He says, "I can help you with that, sir. I can help you with that." So off we go wandering down the lanes. And as we're leaving, I said, "I bet you're glad I pulled you away from that meeting." He said, "Oh God," he said, "I've heard that speech so many times, it's ridiculous." And I said, "Well, good. Hopefully I made your day better." He said, "Oh, you have." And so he goes over and he finds me this. They had a couple of tools, but I like this one better. See, it's got a nice heavy duty handle on it. It's got even a little peg hole there you can hang it up. But check out this thing. I mean, it's got two edges here on it. If I can get it out of here without cutting myself. I think this is going to be a cool tool right here, guys. I really do. Yeah, buddy. Look at that thing. So obviously, see here, you got two cutting edges, and it's only ground. Wait a minute, it's ground on both sides. Yeah, it's ground on both sides. So you've got one side that, if it dulls, it's just got a bevel here and a bevel there. So if you got one side that dulls, you can flip it over. Apparently it's some pretty hard stuff. See, they spot welded this thing in here. That little piece of, that's probably some very hard carbide, I'm guessing. Yeah, heavy duty tool, feels great. This is gonna work for scribing that hardy board. It looks to me like you hold it this fashion. The way the cutting edge looks, see? You got a point there. Yeah, it may be, you can do it. I'll play with it and find out, right? Yeah, we're gonna whack up. I got 10 of them. I got 10 of those lids, nuc lids, for my beefy beehives. Now, my beefies are bigger than a standard beehive, but the frames are the same. So you don't have to fool around making up special frames. That's the beauty of Steve-O's beefy beehive. They're simple to make. If you see a factory box, guys, they're all made out of 3/4 lumber, right? They're expensive as heck. Steve-O stuff is costs a little bit of nothingness. Yeah, nothingness. You're buying the 2x8 ends. You buy a 10-foot board. You whack them in. I forget what I get on this thing. I buy 2 boards at a time. I come home, I process those all off my tailgate of my 99 Ford here. And what's the beauty of anything I do out here, I got a woods right there. I grab my big old Toro blower and I blow all this dust right into the freaking swamp. All right. So, yeah, I will show you here in a second. We're going to go out here and I'll show you the finished product. I think you're going to like this. You could do this with 1/2-inch material, but I don't think it's necessary, to be honest with you. The way this product feels and all, I think 1/4 inch is going to be hunky-dory. I really do. All right, and what you're going to end up with, here's what I'm going to do for a plug. When you drill them with that tool, you get this little plug. It's only 1/4 inch thick, and that's what you get. And then you're going to take a piece of free pallet wood, right? You're going to take some Bondtite 3, and you're going to glue it right on there, just like that. See, these plugs don't stay in my hives all the time. They only go in there when I sell them. If I'm transporting bees, from one locale to the other, these plugs go in, all right? And if I haul for a long distance, I take a piece of Gorilla Tape. When this would be sitting on top of the hive, I tear off about a 3/4 piece of Gorilla Tape, and I go from here across and over and stick it. The wind is not going to blow that off of there, okay? You can haul ass down the highway, it ain't going to blow off. So I've got to glue those up. I got some Bondtite 3 while I was down there, and I got that tool. That's a cool tool. They had another one. It was a little bit lighter weight, and it was a folding one. I said, no, I don't need that. I'm thinking to myself, no, you don't need that, because I think it'll fold up on you or something and cut your freaking hand off. So I got this tool here. Now wear gloves. Wear gloves when you're using this so you don't get blisters, because you're gonna have to put a little muscle on that thing and get that done. So let's go out here. I'm gonna show you my finished product on my Nuc lids, and then I'll bring that Nuc lid over here and I'll show you the layout pattern on this, so you get 10 tops per 3x5 sheet. 10 of them. All right. So when I whack this thing up today, which won't take me long, I'll have 20 of them. And I don't think I have 20 hives out here. So I'm going to change out every lid I got. Most of them are 3/4 plywood. I'm going to change out every lid with these new lids. It won't be today. Next time I work bees, all those lids are coming off and these new ones are coming on, and then we can see how they work, okay? I think they're going to work a double thumbs up, okay? I really do. I really do. So let's get back here and I'll show you my finished product. Yeah, guys, it's kind of funny. That guy told me, he said, after he got me that scribing tool, he says, what else you need? What else you need? I said, well, I need some Bondtite 3. Okay, that's over here, he says. Come with me. And I said, we went over there and he showed me where the glue was. And he said, what else you need? I said, that's it. I said, but what you could do is leave here and go clear the south end of the store down there where the plywood and stuff, and just hang out, mill around down there like you're busy, and then maybe sneak around and then hit the restroom for a while. And that way, you know, by then the meeting will be over. He said, I like the way you think. So, yeah, I knew all the tricks back in the day when I was in the military. My nickname was the Shadow. And they never could find me for assignments. They never could find me. And it was a fun game I used to play, yeah. You know what, you've seen the 2.5 trucks, right? 2.5 ton trucks. And they got the bows over them with a canvas on them, on those 2.5 ton. Because I was in an artillery outfit, and we had six trucks and 6 guns, 105 howitzers. We would drag around and, you know, terrorize the woods with artillery. And those bows, and in between those bows on that canvas, on those 2.5 ton trucks, make the best hammock up there you would ever believe. Them guys could never find me, and thank God nobody ever stuck a bayonet through my back while I was up there sleeping, you know. But anyway, those were the good old days, guys. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to show, here's my finished product right here, guys. Look at this. I painted this. This is painted, by the way, with Oops paint, Lowe's Oops paint, exterior. I think it was $9 a gallon. It's $40-some paint. So look for the Oops paint. See, there's a hole I bored in there with that $34 Harbor Freight tool. That just bores right through there. So I've sealed the lips on this thing, right? And then I could put a coat, just one coat. I think it's going to be plenty. And check that out, guys. That thing slaps right on there so nice. They got weight to them. They got some weight to them, see? Now here right next door, these are 21 and 5/16, these lids, by 8.5, basically. All right, so you've got this would work fine also, the 8.5. These are almost 9 and 8. Outside is almost 8 7/8. 8 7/8. So my beefies are slightly narrower than that, but I got a little cantilevering right here, you see? No big deal. No big deal at all. These are going to be great. Now, I get 10 of these lids per sheet, and we'll take a lid up here and I'll show you how I lay it out. But yeah, once I burn 20 of those, I'm going to go around in all my hives that are in the field now, and we're going to change them out to those. I'm so sick of this plywood, it warps. You got, you know, some of them, like this one here, for instance. Now here's a pallet one I made. It's just made out of pallet wood. Yeah, I don't glue nothing. Here's a joint here. You just get them close, and then when you slop a coat of the cheap oops paint on there, it seals up the crack. Any little daylight crack anyway, the bees are going to totally propolis the bottom side of that thing and seal up any leak. They are not going to let rainwater come into this hive, I'm telling you. Okay? And I gave the bees, there's two textures. There's a smooth texture on this stuff here, this side, and I daylighted this side so I can paint it. This side here, the bees are going to like texturing anyway. And you see these little squares? Apparently that's used so you can lay mud up on here and then stick your tile, because they put this stuff in bathrooms. And I don't see, guys, this stuff isn't going to warp or nothing. I don't believe it. Yeah, and I'm phasing out that's all I got left now, guys, of the old beefy wood. Those are my really, really beefy beehives back in the day I was using, because I was getting all that free 2-inch lumber. Well, that's not the way these things are built anymore. I don't build them like that. I build them like this here. This is the way I build my boxes from now on. As you see, I've got 2-inch, I got 1.5 inch. They call it 2 by 8 is what that is. And these run 7. The 2 by 8 on the inside will run up right at 7 1/4. Well, you're going to have just about a 1/4 inch to play with here, so it works out perfect with a 2 by 8. So what are you eliminating here? You're eliminating the ease of build with this thing, okay? Because you don't have the stupid box joints. And there's 4 screws in here. The reason there's 4 screws in here, because there's 2 pieces of pallet wood on here. Yeah. So you just screw them in. No glue. You don't use any glue on this stuff, guys. I do dip these in preservative. All these beehives, with the exception of a few out there, are factory-made hives, Date Ant hives, okay? The rest of them are all Steve-O beefy beehives. And even here, you see a little daylight in there? Let it go. Don't worry about it. Here's a strip down here with a little piece. Nail holes, right? Don't worry about it. Now, I blow these nails out of here. I have a reverse pneumatic gun. That, too, you get at Harbor Freight. And you put about, 80 to 100 pound PSI on that thing. And you take this wood with these nails sticking out of it, and you stick it over a 5-gallon bucket. Put a towel down in it. And these ugly nails hanging out here, you slide the nozzle of the gun over it, hit the trigger, and it blasts these ring nails out. The ring nails are tough stuff. Now here happens to be one that got snapped off. No big deal, you leave it in. Leave it in there. But all these daylight holes, I was plugging those up. And no. You don't do any of that. Bees will plug up any holes in a heartbeat, and just like you got a daylight crack, you don't want a crack so big a bee can crawl through it, but even if you did, it ain't that big a deal. The bees will propolis that hole shut. They don't want hive beetles coming into their environment. They will get in there, of course. They sneak in all over. They're very sneaky little boogers. They will get into a hive, but yeah, this is the hive to build, guys, right here. And you can do this. You can make them. Here's an 8-frame hive right here. Here is an 8-frame hive. All right. This is an 8-frame box right here. You can do that, but you see what I did there? I took a couple of 2x6s and went this way horizontally with them, glued them together to create that. But I don't even use these 8s anymore. I don't know. I may set these up as queen cell starters, but this was made with compromised wood, and see, these are rotting. The sides are nice plywood that were dipped, but if you take compromised wood and dip it, and that's already past you know, it's already starting to rot. I mean, you're wasting your time. So these will probably go to the dump, you know. There's a few of them, and then I built a bunch of screen bottoms, 8-frame screen bottoms for those beefies. Yeah. So anyway, we've got quite a few supers here. These are all supers ready to go on top of hives here. I'm going to go back in this hive probably today or tomorrow. There's one over there that I've chased everybody downstairs. We did that yesterday. Remember, we chased everything downstairs. We have resources up here. There's open brood up here and stuff. So they will have migrated, and the nurse bees will migrate back up in there, saturate that. So we can find that queen down here. Like I said, I've got a customer needing boxes. So we're gonna let that fill up with eggs and stuff. And I'll probably rob off these resources on the top side. I've done that in that hive there. The rest of these hives all of these hives now are in transition. The queens are just starting to, some don't have queens yet. Some of them have virgins out, mating, whatever. But yeah, so let's go up here. I just thought I'd quickly show you the difference between a standard hive and Steve-O beefy beehive. And this is my probably last design. I've been playing with different designs of beehives forever, for years and years. And this is my final. I mean, look, you got on a beefy. Here's one here. See, that had compromised wood on it, and see it's crumbling, falling apart here. It's going to hell. Because the plywood was, but if you take these pallet wood and preserve them like these, I'll tell you what, guys, that is a tough hive. It's going to be around a long time. But you can see here the bee spacing in here when you build these, like I do, with this 21 5/16 side. This is what you're looking at here when you get done. So you got plenty of bee space in here. Granted, there's a little space in here, but you can get, what the beauty of that too is, you can get your hive tool in there. Get your hive tool in there and break them loose. So it's not a bad way to go. It really isn't. And you're not really changing standard, because you're using a standard frame in these boxes. All right, let's get up front and let's lay out. I'll show you the layout of this sheet to where you can get 10 tops per sheet. Alrighty, guys, check this out here. I just laid this out. Like I said, they're 21 5/16 by 8.5. And you can use that too. It's going to be a little bit less if you're using on a standard beehive, because that 21 5/16 is going to cantilever on a standard hive. But for my beefies, that's just perfect. So here's what you got. Here's your layout right here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to have that little square over there that, who knows, you could put that on a mini mating nuc or whatever. And look how this comes out. Comes out even. Comes right out even. So you're getting 2 here on this end piece, with that piece left over. And you can carve that up. Say you've got many mating nucs or something. That'd be a lid for that. So there's virtually hardly any waste here. Now there is a waste strip here, right here. See, from here all the way down. That I have to score that. But that's your layout right there. Leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe. Tell your family and friends. I see there's no reason, guys, with Steve-O's health benefits, things that I share with you, and health benefits and the ease of beekeeping ideas that I give you, that I should not be up to 100,000 subscribers. So with your help, okay, with your help, we can get there to 100,000 subscribers. I'm not begging, no, no need. I don't do this for a living. I do this for fun, and I do this to try to get other beekeepers, people that are thinking about getting into bees, but after they listen to everybody else on planet, they go, oh man, do I really want to do that? Do I really want to? No, you do want to do that, okay? And you do want to be healthy and get in a healthy lifestyle like Steve. Guess what I did, guys? You're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. I convinced Miss Daisy to go to Planet Fitness Gym with me now. She's been going every day. Planet Fitness Gym. Can you believe it? She has never exercised other than going from the TV to the kitchen to the bathroom, back to the tub. And let's see, how many years has it been? Now she does go to the grocery store and push the cart around, and then I fill the cart, see? And then sometimes she has me push the cart, and sometimes then she throws the stuff in. I told her, I said, I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. And you know what's going to happen to you? She said, what? I said, you're going to get addicted. Addicted to what? I said, feeling good. And I'm getting her slowly converted over to a carnivore diet. And what little butter she has on her, it's melting off, okay? She's starting to realize the health benefits of that. And starting to realize, because once you get on the Steve-O plan, guys, you're going to tell your primary physician to maybe, you may say something like to him, okay, I've been watching Steve-O, and you should too, Doc. Watch his channel. Because Steve-O tells me that he told his doctor to kiss his rosy red rectum, okay? Yeah, that's what he told his doctor. Kiss his rosy red rectum and take those big pharma pills you're shoving and shove them up your rosy red, okay? Because Steve-O ain't doing that stuff, okay? He's doing a natural approach, okay? And he's ingesting, Doc, the proper human diet. So I too have been following Steve-O, and I'm finding out Steve-O's right. And Doc, you've been lying to me all these years. You've been lying to me. Old Steve-O, the old backwoods beekeeper, has been feeding me some good information. So Doc, if you want to learn something, I know you got a big doctor's degree from that, that university, and I'm proud of you. Proud of you, bro, but I'm telling you something right now. What you're pushing is garbage. Steve-O is shooting you the straight skinny. So if you want to learn something, Doc, go over to Steve's Outdoor World and check him out, okay? And you too, Doc, will have a beautiful, fun day. You may not make as much money time Steve-O gets done talking to you. Yeah, you may not be making the big, let me get some dirt off your face here. You may not be making the big bucks you were before, but you'll be able to sleep at night knowing Okay, knowing you're doing the right thing for your patients. Okay, that's it for today, guys. God bless you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.